very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society. And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies.
It's very secretive. You don't really know who the people are on the commission. Rumor is that Louis C.K. is on the commission and that he wanted to go to, he's Mexican, it turns out. I didn't know that. And he got very offended and he wanted to go to Chapo to take care of Kane. And what happened is Chapo ended up getting arrested again.
All right, I got one question for you morons, and it's an important question. Does any of this bullshit that you're babbling about, will any of it get me my money?
I think this is our best possibility yet.
We're going to make this the way we should have made it from the start. We're going to get Abel Ferrara, we're going to get the commercial done, get him to shoot the second episode, and then we're going to be on our way.
Well, don't tell about the show. Make it like it's an episode of the show.
The episode is.
You're pitching me.
Okay. We're walking the fine line between narrative and reality.
Really? No kidding.
Ivy League Crimelords, you're the sponsor. We probably will end up selling at least 20 million cases. We can count on you.
We certainly can.
You'll shake. We can count on you.
Fuck the unions and the big budgets and all this crap. We shake everybody down. We shake down our director. We shake down our cameraman. We shake down our food service people. We shake everyone down, and they pay us to work for us.
We have to really identify who the Shin is. And who is the Shin?
He's the most fearsome mobster in the entire world. He rules all of China. You got it? The guy has 5,000 hits to his name.
And nobody, they never found
your
one.
website is going to have over 10,000.
They never found one body. Not one body.
Hits as in deaths.
He's killed 10,000 people.
Killing people. The reason why his name is Vinny the Shin, he actually breaks shins. The guy goes around breaking shins. That's his thing. He's got a technique. I know about guys whacking guys. Guys get whacked, but I never heard about guys whacking shins.
Now I know what it feels like to be God.
So is there any action on the show? Because we need something. Because right now,
Guys, what we need is a voice of reason. I hope somebody's got
The show's dead. It's dead as a doornail. It's been dead for 6 months.
Mike, you've been saying that the whole time. It's dead, but it's pushing forward.
I'm not sinking. It's not sinking in with you knuckleheads.
But what about-
we gotta come to terms with the fact that it's dead.
But what about the distribution and all those sponsors and
Listen, we had the vodka sponsor, we had the coffin sponsor, we had the screwdriver sponsor. They're all gone. They're all gone. They don't.
I mean, we have all
The only one who
all
saw
the
this
stuff
potential is us. We're not communicating it.
Try this for communication. Something very good has happened.
Thank God.
Unbeknownst to me, it's a little bit far-fetched, but apparently it's very serious that in 1939, Chaplin made The Great Dictator. And after the war, when he realized what had happened, he said he really should not have made the movie. He should have just gone over there and killed all the fascists.
Not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you the people have the power.
And this is Chaplin, the funniest guy maybe who ever lived. Certainly made more people laugh than anybody who ever lived.
Let us all unite! Let us fight for a new world!
In 1950, Charlie Chaplin set up a foundation that sponsors the Comedy Commission. There were 5 families in New York.
Johnny, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm telling you, this is honest to God truth. One in Chicago, one in Miami, one in LA, and there was one in San Francisco.
See, on stage, in other words, a stripper in a burlesque house on stage goes, "Here it is, boys, da-da-da, it's cool." But let her do that in a public park on the way home and their ass is in jail. And the reason for that is that the people in the park didn't ask for that. In other words, you can yell fire in a crowded theater if you're on stage, but don't do it off stage. The theater is make-believe, that's where it's at.
And every year, they vote to kill the person who has done the most damage to the world of comedy, imagination, freedom of expression. And it's a legacy to Charlie Chaplin that they draw blood. They actually kill somebody.
Kills them for not being funny.
What about the show? You know,
This is the show. The show is about that there's no difference between fact and fiction. This is what's come our way. We gotta pursue it. So what happens is that the Comedy Commission now only has 8 members because San Francisco dropped out because there's nothing funny allowed in San Francisco anymore.
What turns a normal, fat little 8-year-old boy into a vicious, hate crime committing racist? Poor thing needs water.
You're safe now.
Shame on you making this horse your slave.
So now they're deadlocked. They got 8 people. They don't have a swing vote.
Like the Supreme Court.
But Jerry, you know why they deadlocked? They deadlocked because 4, including 2 of the New York families, said that it's like killing the golden goose, that this candidate Kane is giving us such good material. It's contrary. It's contrary to our interest as comedians. So they came up with a solution to hobble. They're going to hobble candidate Kane.
Is it like Tanya Harding? What are they just going to run up to him and?
Well, that was not a very efficient candidate.
And some hard black stick.
Did you see the movie Misery, Kathy Bates?
God's sake.
It's for the best.
Hey, please.
Well, they came to us because they found out about this guy. And they want this guy to do the work. So I think that this is not exactly a television show anymore, but certainly we should pursue this. I mean, this is the commission of the funniest people in the entire United States, the 8 comedian families. Shinning is, that's very specific, but the point is you have to leave a permanent mark that everybody will know for the rest of candidate Kane's life. Everybody will know that this guy is an enemy of humor. And but at the same time, he's almost like a guru for humor. So it's very, very unresolved. But it's an opportunity to do something even more important than show business, to serve.
And who's going to be, the Shin is going to do the hobbling, and we're going to capture it on film.
We're going to have to, first we got to come up with a Shin.
Who, how, where does the money come from, and how do I get mine?
Well, we're going to get money from the commission. He left $1 million, it's $1 million contract. And sometimes people die, somebody died, and it's like the Mossad. They don't want someone to come and shoot him. The guy has to wake up one morning, and now he walks like Groucho.
How did they find this?
YouTube. They found out about Vinny the Shin. They read the stuff in the New York Post. Man has made 10,000 people disappear. He has this.
So one of the 100 views was them.
One of the 120 views, apparently, somebody on the Comedy Commission. If we can't figure out a way to make some money for ourselves, get this guy either shinned or hobbled, or maybe it's the same thing, both. We'll get him shinned and hobbled, and we get $1 million from Charlie Chaplin. I mean, you talk about that's. When people hear that we got this contract, that should perk interest in the show too. You get a real sponsor to the show now.
What kind of sponsor are we gonna get?
I still think a liquor company is the way to go.
So we need somebody to be the Shin. Yes?
Well, what about Rocco?
Rocco will know somebody. He's in San Tropez right now.
Maybe the Israelis. Maybe he knows some Israelis. It's got to look like the guy's got to wake up, and for the rest of his life he limps, and everyone's like, the people who know, the people who are in, the comedian people, the people with a sense of humor, every time they see him, they're going to laugh, just like when you see Groucho, because he's funny to look at. He walks funny. Everything is funny, So now this candidate Kane that has no sense of humor, that's saying the worst possible things about people, anti-comedy, when people see him and they know what happened to him, everyone will laugh.
And you remember when we came to you and you were very gracious regarding the Shin. Well, they saw it in the papers and now they want us to shin this guy. And
they don't want to kill him because apparently you get a lot of trouble even joking about killing presidential candidates. But there is nothing about hobbling them. I looked up on the internet. Hobbling is separate from killing.
Mr. Rocco's always busy.
I know, Mr.
I never have a moment to myself. But what do you think? How do I look? You always look amazing, Mr. Rocco.
Oh yeah, I'm wearing a whole outfit here.
Oh yeah, you look beautiful. When you come back, we have a contract, candidate Kane, and we thought maybe you might know someone.
I know some people, but we have to make a deal first. You know that.
I understand, and respectfully, the money you contributed to the show will definitely be paid back, and this might help the cause.
Do you think you'll have time to do this hobbling? It has to be done by the election. When the Comedy Commission came to me with this contract to hobble candidate Kane, I suggested that maybe you should go to Chapo. You know, I think he's killed like 150,000 people. What would be one more person? But apparently the Chaplain organization was working with Chapo, but then Chapo got captured again. He says that he doesn't take contracts for less than killing 20 people. You know, they have like they're like a wholesaler. They're like, you know, they don't just do peace business. When they take care of a job, you know, it's got to be at least 20 people. Let that be a lesson to anybody that gives Mexico a hard time. It used to be really not funny, but now that he's hobbled, people kind of chuckle when they see him walking and he's kind of hobbling around.
I'm not a punk, I'm a crime lord. That's my outfit, that's my crew.
The show is dead. Don't you get it? The show is dead.
I'm not a punk, I'm a crime lord. That's my outfit, that's my crew.
I got machine guns you can carry. I had some of them, I could run the whole works in a month.
Take a little walk on this. What's important about this street is that in the 1950s, Frank Costello lived on this street, Lauren Bacall lived on this street, Mayor Lansky lived on this street, Lucky Luciano lived on this street, Leonard Bernstein lived on the street. This is the street that manifests in the purest form that there is no difference between murder, contract killing, and killing people with comedy.
Look at Johnny, you can carry it around like a baby.
Woo!